Greetings, folks, and welcome. I've been having problems with Microsoft Flight Simulator crashing tonight. It's Thursday tonight, and I'm going from. I was trying to go from Shannon to where was it? To Manchester, but I kept crashing over Dublin. I don't know why. So I'm going to try another stream, and I'm going to go from A to B somewhere else. I'm going to keep going until I get to somewhere. I can't just stop mid-stream. So I said to all the folks who are viewing there, I'm going to start again. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to give it one more lash. I'm not going to go to the same place. And we're going to take off somewhere different now. We're going to take off somewhere different. So hopefully everyone will come back. So I told them I was leaving temporarily. I'm going to go again. I have a feeling what's happened here is Microsoft. This only started happening to me now, and Microsoft just had an update this afternoon. You know, this afternoon, meaning it's the 6th of October 2022 now. It's almost 8 o'clock in the evening. So they had that update. When I switched on the sim at about 4:30, it had a quick update, and it just keeps crashing. So we're going to try somewhere else now. I haven't even decided where to go yet. Let's do a flight plan while we're waiting for it to load, shall we? So let's get the flight plan up here. Let's just switch off that music. And let's get... No, not Naviggraph, SimBrief. And we'll have a look when this loads. And we'll see how we go. Right. It's a shame what's been happening. I wish, you know what you should put on the wish list. I'll be too tired now when this is over, but wish list in the Microsoft, you know, the Microsoft have a wish list there. If you could put a wish list for when you have an update, Microsoft, please make sure it's not buggy for some reason. Okay, so let's get somewhere nice and short. A nice short trip here. Let's go from maybe Gatwick. I'll have to start at the gate because it'll start crashing. We want to go to the west, so we'll take it. We take a gate. Can I have got my camera on and all here? Let me just double check here. Yep, you can see me. Hello, folks. You're back. Excellent. You're back. Okay, new stream. Oh, right. So you're all back, great. We want to take up a westerly runway. Let's just park up. Let's just kick us off here, maybe. Oh, my TV wants to turn off. Fabulous. Power saving. There we go. And we'll go from Manchester to... Now, another problem I'm having, I may have to reboot the whole flight, which means I won't be able to stream in the morning because I'll be doing this. Let's say if we're going to... I need a pen and paper here just to write stuff down. We are going to go from Gatwick to somewhere Europe. That's Paris. Is that a commercial kind of big... I'm looking for a big gesture. No, that's too small. We want to go to... I hate when it does that. Look at this now. I want daylight so I can see what's going on. But it keeps setting it back to nighttime. We could go to Rotterdam. Or how about a real quick one from Rotterdam? This is not how I want the stream to go at all. It's too small. We'll stick with Gatwick. We'll go to up north. Gatwick to Manchester, maybe? Gatwick to Manchester, then it is. That won't take too long. Okay, so let's just spawn in Gatwick and do our flight plan. Let's hit the flight button here. I'm going to set daytime so at least we can see outside the aircraft. Because I've missed the twilight hours now. I've missed the golden hour. So we're gonna have real world weather, but in daytime, because it's just you can't see a thing, you know. I'm gonna get a flight in here today if I'm up to 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's what's gonna happen. Community photo may be causing me problems, and it just keeps. We don't know. I think a lot of people are having problems now after that update. Okay, so let's get our flight plan first. Here we are on the ground in Gatwick. Okay, I have also got the traffic program running. This could be causing problems. We just don't know. Let's start the injector. Then we'll get some traffic going. Just once, please. Good God. Just once, please. Oh, God. Start. There we go. Don't want to change anything. Injection started. Minimize that. Minimize that. And we will get our flight plan out. Where did I say we're going to? Gatwick to Glasgow. New flight. Gatwick, which is at the ICAO for Gatwick. Give me a moment here. Gatwick is ICAO. Echo Golf Kilo. And I said I was going to go to Glasgow. So let's go to Glasgow. Which is Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot. Papa Foxtrot for Glasgow. Create new flight. Oh, sorry, I didn't do anything there. Airline easy. Okay, well, it's actually Air Lingus there. I don't know what the identifier is there. So Glasgow is Echo Golf Kilo. Echo Golf Kilo. We are going to Glasgow, which is Echo Golf Foxtrot. Going to be a very short flight. It's going to be very, very short. And I'm just going to get my little thing here. So hopefully you'll have the display. That's where it kicked off there. I'll shut that down entirely in case there's bugs. Let's kick it off again. That's Fly Life Studio. That's how you see the banner up at the top. There it is. And we're just going to add that in. So this is all what happens before I start the stream. London Gatwick, Echo Golf, Papa Foxtrot. Glasgow, done. There's a call sign there. Add that in, and hopefully that will display after takeoff. That will give an ETA after takeoff. It's going to be a very, very short, quick trip. So Glasgow, okay, great. The date time, not worried about that. Registration, make sure it is an A320. A320, there we go. I'm not too sure if the Fenix is an A320 or a Neo. There's all our stuff there. Runways. Runway, we're departing on runway 26 left, and we're arriving on runway 30, the winds are westerly. Let's generate that flight plan. I'm not going to make a song and dance about it. Let's just get it in and get going. I want to make an approach. I want one flight today that's going to work. So we've had a couple of crashes, 3, 4 now altogether. There we go. Very short, quick. Cardiff. I'm not going to Cardiff. No, I'm not going to Cardiff. Ah! What have I done? Papa Foxtrot. EGKK. EGKK. 2. Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot. A320. Good. There we go. Oh, that's quite a long trip. Actually, that's quite a long trip. I keep forgetting how big England is. Cardiff might be better. Let's switch that to Manchester, shall we? That's half that time. We're going to go to Manchester instead, folks. I'm sorry to keep changing on you. Is it Charlie Charlie? Yes. I could golf Charlie Charlie. Okay. We want an Airbus. So we're going from... Let me rewrite that there, please. We are going from... I just want to have my notes here ready. It is very useful. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. Echo Golf Charlie Charlie Manchester. Okay. Gatwick. Gatwick to Manchester, folks. I'm really winging it now. I'm really seriously winging it now. So airframe, Airbus A320. We can hear all the other traffic kicking off there. I love it. And that should all be good. Arrival, departure 26 left. Arrival 23 right. All good. Let's generate that flight plan. Generate. Yes, please. That's going to generate, and now we got our flight plan pretty much plugged in. Let us go down here. That looks okay to me. I'm happy with that. Let's just get our flight plan, our routing in here, which is here. Good. Just to keep that in the background. Let's hop into the air. Let's make sure we got live weather. I know we haven't got live time, but what are you going to do? I want live weather all the time. I usually have real time, but you won't see anything. You know, you won't see a thing. So I've got the flight, all the traffic's loaded. Look at that. There's all the traffic doing its thing. Oh, someone's getting stuck there. Anyway, it looks quite busy. We're in the Aer Lingus livery here, folks. Let's go. Let's rock and roll and not mess about. Okay, so this is the fourth, or is the fifth attempt of streaming and getting a full flight in today, because there was an update and it's screwed me up no end. I might have to remove absolutely everything. There's the ground power there. It's absolutely screwed up everything on me. But I'm going to keep going until we get one flight done. Now, if this crashes, I have a theory that it's over Dublin that the crash keeps happening. And if it crashes again, I'll just have to call it a night, folks. Do you know? I'll just have to call it a night. And spend tomorrow reinstalling the entirety of Flight Simulator after looking up what everyone's saying. You know, there's some sort of a bug going on. And it's very frustrating because you have to update. You don't have a choice, do you? Is there a way not to have the update? You know, because the old days, you know, if there's an update, you leave it. You don't update straight away because there's always bugs. Always bugs. We're going to get the nav going on here. I'm going to have it so it loads up instantly. There we go. We've got our screens going. Happy days. What's it giving out about now? Make sure all my throttles are set, and they are not. So all the throttle back. Flaps are up. Engines are off. That's good. And engine starter. I've reset all my controls here, and that looks good. Happy days. That's what the beeping was for, I would imagine. Let's see. We got a warning here. Gear not up locked. Okay, so that's... There we go. Now that should disappear. See, it does work. So we're getting bugs here. Gears down and all fine. So let's load up the aircraft. I'm just going to go through this. I can't look at the comments. We've got to get in the air because time is flying by and it's getting really late now for me. I'm not going to give up until I get a stream done. You know? Not worried about the time. Not worried about the time there. QNH is 1027. 1027. High pressure here. Quite high pressure in Gatwick. 1027 once. 1027 twice. 1027 twice. 1027 thrice. No, 027. Plug this guy. Come on. Oh, I've got to wait here for this thing to do its thing. Come on. Go. That seems to have reset it. I didn't ask for that, actually. Strange things are happening in the sim today, folks. Let's go to our flight plan. Let's go to init. And let's request our flight plan. Let's load it in and get our departure at least. We'll worry about the arrival on the way. I want to get this sorted out. There we go. We've got flight number. We'll just put in 01 there for shits and giggles. I'm going to put the cost index to 99 so we get there quickly. Cruise level, I'm going to go to 19 initially. I'm going to go to 19,000 feet. That looks correct. And let's go to init 2. Come on, init 2 please. 0 FEO8. So let's load up the aircraft and just see if we get the right stuff there. So mass and balance. Load aircraft. Instant. 136 passengers. The boarding gate now is leaving, which is nice. So we're already boarded. Oh, it's connecting. Okay, let's do its thing. That's fine. Now, someone was saying I took the wrong way, so I don't know. I think it's this side here, 63. But maybe I should take that from somewhere else. Where was that? That was the performance, departure performance, wasn't it? Yeah, so we can do it all on one page, maybe. So runway, we're going to take off from runway 26 left. Surface is dry, flap config. I want just the slats out. No force token, no. We're going to go flex. No anti-ice packs off. That's fine. I know the weather here as well. I'm going to get it all done. There we go. 1027. Calculate. And we're going to get our weights and V-speeds and everything from this page. Then I reckon. So 136 and 140 for the V-speeds. Well, let's put our weights in first. Our weights are 63 and 29.5. 63. I'd just like to confirm it always. And maybe that's what he meant. Maybe I was 29.5. Okay. 29.5. Good. Get a block fuel. Takes a bit. Oh, here, sorry. Good planning. We get our block fuel in there then. Confirm. Clear up the messages. Okay, now to the checklist. No, now to the flight plan, folks. Let's get our departure. Departure. Boom, departure. We want 26 left. I'm going to try this one here. Let's see what that gives us. Just randomly here. Let's zoom in a little bit. That looks like it's a straight out departure. That's very nice. And it's gone crazy here. What's going on there? Okay. We're going north. No, that is not the departure I want. Okay, so I'm going to have to change that. No. Departure. Okay, I'm going to have to look into this now. 26 left, yeah. Let's go to the flight plan here on flightsim.to. This is what takes all the time. I'm hoping it's giving us a departure here. LAM 6M, is that a departure or a waypoint? LAM 6M, please have one. There it is. LAM 6M, happy days. Happy days. Now let's have a look. There we go, that looks a bit more reasonable. And we worry about the arrival on the way, shall we? Okay, so that's all done. Let's get the APU kicked off here, folks. APU master on, and make sure I press that. No. That's why it's not starting. Doesn't seem to be pressing. Okay, checklist. Gears up, flaps, spoilers, thrust, autopilot, set. We're going to go up to, I'm just going to put it up to 5,000 feet initially. Let's just assume that's the transition by ATC. Nose light off. No, that's the wrong one. So that's off to take off. What am I doing? Oh, man. Parking brake set. Yes. Wipers. Yeah. Spoilers retracted. Yes, they are. Engine masters are both off. Yes, they are. Selected thrust levers, idle flaps are retracted. Anti-skid is on. Yes, it is. I know it is. Landing gears checked down, and that's good. Battery master 1 or 2 is already on. External power is already on. Strobe lights onto auto. Strobe lights onto auto. ADRS are already aligned. Fire test, yeah, that's fine. It's a flight simulator. Instruments and display brightness is set. Safety belt signs to the own position. No smoking signs. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Emergency exit signs. Let's put that on there. That's onto arm. Annunciator lights. Yeah, that's fine. And let's go into our flight plan and just get the rest of the stuff done. If there's anything else, I'll just go to init again. So init page 1. That's fine. Init page 2. I know I've already done it. There we go. That's all fine. So flight plan. I've already checked the flight plan. I'm happy with that. RadNav, that has the frequencies for the departure in case I need to come back very quickly. Init page 2 I've done. And performance. I've yet to put in the flap speeds and the flap speeds and my trim. I'm just putting the APU bleed on now. There we go. APU's all running nicely. Happy days. There we go. Okay, and performance. So V speeds. 147. Oh, 136 and 140. I thought I did that already. Okay, 146. 146. Hang on a minute. 136. 136. 140. And 140. Good. Flaps, we want one stage of flaps, the stage 1, and the trim should be down 0.2. DN 0.2. Boom. Flex to temp. 68 degrees. Boom. And that's it there for that. Predicted wind shear is on. So auto, cockpit doors closed and locked. Barometric pressure is already set. 1027, I already did that. VOR ADF FCDU is already set and we're in managed mode. for speed and heading. IRS alignment is already done. EFIS. Okay, I'm going to leave it the way it is. It says to ARC. Okay, flight directors are both on. There's one there and one over this side. And APU masters on. And the crew oxygen supply. So take the crew oxygen supply here. Boom. It doesn't model it for the passengers, but you can also check your oxygen masks here, which is absolutely hilarious. I find that highly amusing. Come on, where? There we go. Look. Very nice. And air conditioning. Okay, I'm not really worried about that because it is a flight simulator, but I just put it on and load on for shits and giggles. It makes it a little bit quieter. Nav lights on. Nav and logo lights are on. APU bleed to be on. I've already put on the APU bleed. There it is. External power off. Get rid of the external power. Thank you. Now we want to we want pushback beacon light on because we're going to start the engines. Let's get the pushback guy going. Let's get all the cones and all the nonsense out of our face. Go into the Fenix app here and go into ground services. Come on. Come on. Get rid of you. Get rid of the tracks and cones. Close all the doors, please. And happy days. Beacon lights on. Let's get the tug here. Connect the tug. While the tug's connecting, let's get engine number 2 started. Number 2, let's get it on to start. Engine start and engine 2 starting. Let's get the pushback going. Off we go. Parking brakes off. Parking brakes off. Oh, I have to hit the start button there. That's why. There we go. Parking brakes off, and we're backtracking. Not backtracking, should I say? We're being pushed back. I've been at this for hours now. Yeah, that guy's in my way. Why is it so slow? Usually it goes faster than that. Let's confirm the parking brake's actually matching up. Oh no, it's not working. Now it's working. Okay. There we go. Let me just come to stop here. Let's go to Navograph just for a second momentarily. Let's go to... We are in Echo Golf Kilo Kilo I want. Golf Kilo Kilo. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. Let's go to the taxi. Come on. I'm just looking for the map here. Okay, we're right where we should be, or closest to it. So what we'll do here is we need the nose to be up towards the I want the nose to the left. Okay. Go back. Oh, go. There we go. Oh, big crash into the nose gear there, folks. Okay, that'll do. Parking brake on. Get rid of the tug. Good. Let's get some taxi instructions. And we'll use the sim here for the moment. It's quite a big airport, and I don't know my way around, and I don't want to spend a half an hour with this particular stream. Around. I don't want to park. I want a taxi instructions to the airport, please. I don't want to go fueling and parking. It's not giving me anything there, oddly enough. Okay, let's eyeball it. Let's eyeball it with Navigraph, shall we? Nope. Oh, it's shut down on me. Brilliant. Navigraph, please. That'll do. Okay, we'll use the map then. I'll use it on my other screen. Let's go. Off. Park brake off. Add a little bit of power and we'll start taxiing. Both engines now have started. No, they have not. Let's start number 2. Or number 1, should I say. Oh, wow. Because I've been rushing, I have no fuel pumps on. That's what happens when you're rushing. That's what happens when you rush, folks. I didn't use the checklist. See? Now the engines are starting. Good. There we go. I thought I got rid of that darn tug. Wow, the tug kept pushing us back, folks. That is hilarious. It must be another bug. So if this crashes, if this flight crashes, there's got to be something very wrong. I actually put the nose the wrong way, didn't I? I pushed the... I made a very big mistake in that case, you know. But look, if it keeps crashing, I don't know what to tell you. It's just, it's buggered. Do you know? If you have one more crash in the cruise. The engines are good. Let's go. Parker brake off. Parker brakes off. Let's turn down around the right way. Come on. Full deflection of the rudder, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. Let's have a look at these taxiways here. It looks reasonably modelled on all the taxiways, but bloody hell is it confusing. You know, wow, is it confusing. There's one coming in there now. That looks like a mess there. That's not right. That's 26 left. I want a right, but we can go up behind her, can we? Can we? Ah, the boys are still with us. Bear with me, boys. You weren't right. I chose the shortest one. So, the blind leading the blind, folks. I want 26, right, because that's what I said, and I start. Oh, we'll take off left. To hell with it. It's not going to make a difference. Flaps 1 for takeoff. Arm the spoilers. TCAS on. Transponder on. Oh yeah, that's what happens when you look down, folks. That's what happens when you look down. That's when you don't come to a stop. Running lights on. That's what happens when you look down. I'm kind of rushing this stream because I've had so many problems with the flight simulator. Brakes are set. I know I've listed some stuff, so let's go. That's the approach really I'm interested in. Let's get to 50% here on the throttles. And let's go. Off we go. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots now. And good. Let's keep rolling. I'm pushing forward a little bit on the stick. V1 and rotate. 15 degrees, please. Thank you. Pause the right gear up. Gear coming up. Autopilot, I'll stick on now. Autopilot on, gears up, no lights. We let it accelerate for the flaps. I'm going to come back to crew to climb power now. Climb power to tent, flaps up. Very nice. I'm going to take a right turn now. Flaps are up, gears up. Let's do the after takeoff checks. Gears up, flaps are up, spoilers disarm. Spoilers disarm. There we go. Thrust is set to climb. Autopilot is on. Nose light and runway lights off. Nose light and runway lights off. Nose light. It's off already because I didn't switch it on, and neither did I switch on the runway turn off lights. That doesn't matter. I'm not really fussed about that. I just want to get one route done today, this evening, without the sim crashing. It seems to crash over Dublin there the last few times. If it crashes one more time, I'll just have to call it a day and spend tomorrow fixing it. Okay, back to the chat now. FUMAX says Lamb 6M. Thank you. I got that one in the end. Thanks a million for that. Only Reaper, I'm waiting for you on the run in the runway. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the YouTube chat then. Let's get rid of that window there. Let's get the YouTube window for the YouTube chat. I'll have to remove the last stream. I'll have to remove the last stream there because it didn't complete there. We didn't get to our next destination. But here we are. 25 watching now on YouTube. I'm now on the comments on YouTube, folks. Sorry, loads of stuff from Clappy D there. I was trying to make up my mind where to go, and I made a few errors there. Yeah, I fixed them there. Thank you though, Clappy D. So we're on our way. We're in real live weather. Let's double check that we're in real live weather there. Boom. Yeah, we're in live weather. The weather's too nice. We're at 5,000 feet. Let's say we're cleared now up to our 19,000 feet. Boom. And QNH is standard. I've got to be quick here because it's going to be a short trip. Standard. Standard, please. No, standard. Thank you. No, not that. Please. Not that. That. There. Thank you. Climbing up. Why is the APU still on? That's what happens when you rush, folks. Is APU bleed still on? Yes, we don't need that now anymore. There we go. The air conditioning went off and it'll come back on again. APU should be switching off now. Let us get ready for... This is going to be a busy one for me, folks. Let's get ready for our approach, because our approach is stuffed up. Let's get that out of the way first. Whilst we're in the climb, oddly enough, we're going to go to plan mode. And I'm going to just see where we are with the approach. Let's have this one here, arrival. Let us get Navigraph up, which I was trying to open up there earlier on. Come on, Navograph. I keep shutting it down. That's my fault. Come on. There we go. It's already open. Okay, good. Let's clear him. Okay, I'm gonna try and have a shortcut here. So we want to land on 23 right in Manchester. 23 right ILS, thank you. Let's try this one for shits and giggles. And let's go all the way to up that list. Boom, 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 boom. On. A little bit tight. A little bit tight. You know, it's a little bit tight up there. Let's try a via. This is my new trick. Oh, it resets it. I hate when it does that. That's even worse. No, that's even worse. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Now that's even worse. What are those odd lines for? It's okay as before, but it's gone a bit crazy. Let's get rid of that then, and try again. Flight plan. We'll choose a different arrival and go back to it, right? So I'm gonna go 05. I'm gonna insert that. Then I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna go arrival to 23 right. Good. No store. Let's try Lakeham here. I didn't really plan this. I don't want to have to plan the darn thing. I want to get the flying correct. Oh, that's even worse there. I think the first one was better. Let's try that again. Let's make sure we're on track and we're climbing. All's good. We're coming to 14,000 feet. Let's switch off those lights. Boom, boom. Let's get the seatbelt signs off there at least. All the lights are as they should be, and QNH is already set. Okay, let's get back to our flight plan. This is going to be a busy one. We've got 278 miles to go. Boom. I think I'll try the first one that we liked. 23 right. Let's get rid of this guy here. No via. Yeah, that's what oh, Star had Lakeham. Flight plan. I see lots of movement here on the chat here. Jenny says Lake District arrival. It looks like it. I'm waiting for you. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'll get to it. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. It's going to happen. Flight plan. Boom. Arrival. I'd like to cancel that and just get rid of the arrival. I don't know how to do that though. So that's why I'm going through this all awkward nonsense here. Now I'm going to do it again. Arrival. 23 right without any V's or stars. I think I had this one, wasn't it? The first one? So let's try that one. I had the first one in. I just thought the turn was a little bit sharp. I can manually fly it anyway. There you go. So we're back to where we were. Happy days. So just thought that turn was a little bit sharp. You know, but look, we'll go around. We'll try again. I might take over manually. We'll see how we go. So there you go. I don't want to get into the flight planning. I want to get into the operation of the aircraft. I don't want to be flip-flopping around with flight plans. But you see, you know what? Things can go wrong. Things can go wrong with your flight plans. You might take off, the flight planner's messed up. You know, they may have messed it up. And you're going, oh shit, you got to think, you know, off the cuff, you know. So, I don't mind making mistakes at the sim. 80,000 feet, we're just coming up to our 19,000 feet now, and we're going to level off and we can do work cruise checks. I kind of ignored some of the climb checks there. Barometric pressure, altitude above lights, anti-ice is required. I've done it all. Okay, great. Cruise, we're on the cruise. Let's get ready for our descent, folks. Let's look at the weather let's look for other weather for Manchester. Please let the weather be bad in Manchester. I want bad weather. Echo, Golf, Charlie, Manchester. Right, let's get that weather into the old flight plan. We can update it as we go. Enter destination data. Oh, Mr. Computer is way ahead of me. Okay, well, let's do that, Mr. Computer. Let's go to performance. Cruise. Next phase, cruise is going fine. Destination, yeah. Okay, approach. QNH is 1021. 1021. Boom. Temperature is 15 degrees, a nice normal ice temperature. Magnetic wind is 210 a 10. 210 a 10. Oh, how boring. A 10. Transition over 5,000 feet barrow. I'm going to put in the radio 200 feet. Boom. And that's it done. Landing config 3. What's not there? Oh, yeah, I want full flaps, please. Thank you. Next phase, and that's go around. Hopefully I won't have to do the go around, you know, again. So that's the weather put in. Let's go through the checks then. QH, temperature, winds, transition altitude, minimums, landing configuration. Good, it's all done. I'd like to have the constraints on here, please. Thank you, I'll have some of that. There's all the constraints there in, let's go back to our nav mode here. See there, flight level 20,000 feet is the max height there. Or is that to be at 20,000 feet? Or higher? Maybe. Let's assume it is. I think it is. So we'll go to 20,000 feet. Our descent happens to be just at that point. There's our top of climb here. So our descent is up there. Now let's pay attention to the comments. Digital flight and VR only watching now. I know. Yeah, it's been a tricky day. It just keeps crashing going over Dublin. That's 3 times, or is it 4 times it happened? You know? It's frustrating. Let's see what's happening outside. Ooh, look at that. I'll just take my camera face off for a moment so I can enjoy the eye candy, folks. Let me just check one thing before I go, though, before I switch that off. How many miles are we to go? 138. Okay. Got a bit to go. We'll be all right. Let's take my face away just temporarily. And let's have a look then at the... Who is that? What is that? Oh, there's another aircraft up there, look. How cool is that? Who is that? Let's see who that's... I know some of you are following along. Boom. Boom. No, of course it's not coming up, which is a bummer. It's not coming up in the tags. It shows everybody else, that people, except people who are following me. Very upsetting. Okay, I'm going to have a look at the comments now. Jenny Shaw, pretend you're getting vectors on arrival and fly a comfortable approach. Do you know what, Jenny? Exactly. That's exactly it. And that's what I'm kind of... That's what goes into my mind. You don't have to follow it all the way down. I think it's very unlikely that you're going to follow the full procedure. I think it'll be vectored all the way down. I'm pretty sure of that. So that's one thing. If it doesn't go well, I go, okay. But maybe that's not a bad idea. Because I did that in a go-around earlier on today. Digital Flight in VR says, wearing glasses in VR headset hurt after a while. Normally use contact. I think you trailed off there. But yeah, you're saying using the VR glasses hurt after a while. Yes, I'd say they do. After a few hours. Now, I have to say to you, when I was instructing in the airfield, as I do, and I had a flight, I had a few lessons at 3 o'clock. It was summer. 3 o'clock, I, saunter in, but I just got my VR headset. So I got up early in the morning, I plugged it in, got it going, and I was playing with IL-2. I think it was IL-2. And it was great. So it was about 11 o'clock I got it kicked off, and I was doing some missions and stuff, flying around in IL-2. And then the phone just rang all of a sudden. So I picked it up and said hello. And it was the airfield saying, Jefferson, it's your students waiting for you. It's like 3 o'clock. It was 3 o'clock. And it felt like an hour went by. So there you go. My eyes weren't hurting then, but I'd say if you use it a lot. I mean, even my eyes are getting sore now, and I've switched off the streaming lights, Let's hop in here. Let's not let have that thing happen. Let's not do that thing. Now, there is a deceleration phase, isn't there? And I see why now. Because we're not going to descend to 340 knots. No way. We're just going to accelerate, and we won't be able to get our altitude, and we'll be stuffed, So, how do I decelerate? Now, I can do it manually. I'm going to switch to manual speed. I'm going to slow down really nice and gently just to get it under control. I want to push the button out here. So we want to decelerate a bit. So I'm learning stuff here. I remember studying that in the ATPLs. Going all right, yeah. Oh, I'm just doing the maths, Okay. What is, you don't see it practically. You don't see anything practically really with the jets. You really don't. And I have to say, looking at SimBrief here, we never saw, in our ATPLs, which are our air transport pilot license in the UK, we never saw one of these. It never asked us about this. Nothing like it. It was all weird theory. Now, a lot of it was useful, and I still remember. Now, I don't remember a lot of it, actually, to be honest with you. Who does? But we never did any of this. We never did any flight planning. Now, there was a flight planning subject, but it was all to do with minimums, maximums. How many, what's the distance between the lights in the cabin for the emergency lights? Is it 1.2 inches? Is it 3.6 centimeters? This is nonsense. Now, performance was very good because it made you calculate your takeoff of V1 and into great detail. And so much so as to how to design a runway. We were learning how to design an airfield, to be honest with you, really, But it wasn't very practical, as most education is not practical. Okay, gotta slow down some more. I'm just picking speeds out of my head here, folks. No. Put it towards you. Because what happens to me is I'm going way too fast. And that messes up my approach. I wonder, is this how they do it in real life? I don't know. We'll find out one day. Get myself into one of these, if see, you can't jump, you can't do that anymore. You can't just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in the cockpit. You can't do that. So you gotta watch it in videos. That's actually a good is there a video out there that they actually explain everything in the real aircraft? I don't know. I'll find out. Now we slow down a bit. We have, let's do a rule of thumb here. Get my calculator out. I always use my calculator with fuel or money. 20 multiplied by 3 is going to be 60. 70 miles out, I want to start descending roughly. So that's 70 miles out. And we're only 89, so that looks about right there. Let's take 20. Yeah, no, that's not far off. That's not too far off at all, my little calculation there. Now, I need to get the height to intercept the ILS. So I didn't put that in there either, did I? No. Navigaph. We are going to Manchester. Echo India Charlie Charlie. No, what am I saying? Echo, I'm stuck here. Echo Golf is in it, Charlie Charlie. Boom. Boom. 2-3 right. ILS localizer, please. ILS, please. Thank you. 3,500 feet. So let's do that now, shall we? Okay, I'm going to kick off the descent manually. Let's slow down some more. Then I'll hand it off to the computer. I know there's a right way to do this and a wrong way, and I'm probably doing it the wrong way, but it's better than not doing it at all. So I'm down to 280 now. That'll help us descend. We've got our 3,500 feet in. The frequency is 109.5. 109.5 is the frequency. Radar. 109.5 is in, and 232.231 here has the course. Okay, I won't argue over a degree. I'm going to have to fly it in manually anyway. I'm getting ready to descend now. Descend checklist. FCO altitude is set. Seatbelt sign on. Let's get that out of the way. Safety belt sign on. Anti-ice we're fine. Barometric reference set. When below 10,000 feet. Okay, fine. 10,000 feet with the lights on. And we're looking good so far. I'm not even looking at the chat, sorry folks. After this, I'll look at the chat and then we'll see what you're saying. We'll see what's going on. Let's have a look at Twitch chat. Okay, Twitch chat, something's happening there. CDT number 2. What's that saying there? Oh, crash to desktop. He's another crash. See, I might have a crash to desktop, folks. I won't be happy. Dragon40 says, ouch. Yeah, I've had it 4 times now, I think it was. Yep, but I've loaded it back in now, says Lonely Reaper. For Dragon40, you could get down if you throw some boards out. Absolutely. Okay, let's start our descent. Boom. Come on. Over to the aircraft now. Over to you. Over to the aircraft at the speed. Over to you. Thank you. Let's start getting down. We're a little bit high for some reason. Let's increase that. But how much? How high are we? I can't see. So let's increase our rate of descent. Let's not do that. Let's increase our rate of descent. Now we're actually not too bad. So let's put it back to the computer. Let's pull it, or we'll push it in. There we go. No! There we go. That would make things very uncomfortable for passengers. Okay, we weren't too far off, and I just couldn't tell. It'll get down. Yeah, there we are. We're all right. We're on profile there. Okay, we're on profile. We are now. $62 miles out. Okay, so we're on profile. The speed is all managed. That's all good. Let's put my camera back on so you can see my shock and horror at the landing. Come on, face cam. There we go. I'm back. And also, let's throw it. Don't forget, because this really upset me there the last time. Let's get our... Oh, there's a bing bing. Although I didn't hear the sound. Thank you very much there. I can't pronounce your name there. Flight is being recorded now, so we get the replay and the landing. Thank you very much for subscribing there. I'm sorry it didn't actually sound. And also, thank you to Alexandre for subscribing in YouTube. And earlier on, Mazarek subscribed with Prime. Newsarak subscribed Prime. Thank you very much. That was 3 hours ago. Shockwolf TV. Thank you very much for subscribing. When you subscribe on Twitch, thank you very much. And when you become a member on YouTube, which is equivalent, thank you very much, because it supports the channel, it keeps it going, and it improves. It's not me that improves the channel, it's you actually, because most of the guys coming here, most of the stuff I've learned is people telling me what to do. A little bit of guesswork on my part, sure. Now I think what we should do is go direct to over here, because this is a little bit of a tight turn here. So I would like to go direct, but I can't read it. Tell you what I can do. I can go to plan mode. Alright. I can zoom in. Not too much though. CF23 right. Let's do that. CF23 right. Direct. I'm taking a risk here. Direct to C. No. Direct to CF23 right. Please work. Okay, great. That's going to be less of a turn for us. And as that'll be less of a turn. Run profile. Oh, looking good. To 80 knots. Are we going too fast is the question. I'm going to put a bit of speed brake there. I was trying to slow down, but we're lowering the nose as well, aren't we? So I'm going to put a little speed brake just to increase our rate of descent. Yes, it wants to do it. Very gently I'm putting that speed brake. Now it's full. Okay, that's enough. Very gently back in. Let's have a look outside. So Dublin's causing me problems. Manchester. Let's do our descent check. This one we've got a bit to go. I think I did it already. Yes, it's all good. So, ILS approach. Range reduce. Okay, constraints display. Constraints are on. Yep. Confirm ILS frequency and course, which I did. Intercept heading, fine. Localizer, yeah, let's get our localizer on there. At least I'm just going to put the LS on there. So what that gives me is the identifier for the ILS 109.5, which is correct. That's correct. INN, is that correct for the identifier? Is it? For Manchester? Yes, it is. And we're 20 miles out. 10 miles out, flaps 1. 8 miles out, flaps 2. When flaps 2 is down, put the landing gear down. Auto brake is already set. Is it? Negative. Oh, so let's put the auto brake on. No, it'll only go to medium. Let's get the lift dumpers on, ready. The automatic spoilers there. do that now, I suppose. 10,000 feet we just passed, so I want to take the lights to on. There we go. Landing lights on. Safety belt sign is already on, I think. Yes, it is. So let's see how this goes. I might actually temporarily take us out. Let's see how this works. I think that turn is going to be too much. You know, we're as it looks like now, we're 16 miles out. It doesn't tell me how many miles out that is. Let's take a look at the flight plan and see if it does tell us. There's a discontinuity somewhere. Where's that? There's a little discontinuity in there somewhere. Doesn't look like it here. Oh, that's because we're going to CF23. FF I-22, let's try that. That's a little bit more tidy. Getting back on profile now. There's one of our boys, I'd say, going in. Lovely clouds. Let's have a quick look outside before we get too busy. And a quick look at the chat. Digital Flight VR says, I had my first genuine flight in the Cessna 172 last week. I'm enjoying the Cessna 310 at the minute. Very nice one. Keep going. Keep going. Nazarek, I think I need to change my name. You really struggle to pronounce it. I do. It's not just yours, so Nusharak. I know you told me already. I know you told me already. It's just shocking. Nusharak. Damn it, I can't remember now. Because I get quite a lot of names and I remember them. Like you told me how to pronounce it and I got it right. Nusarlek. So I know I won't remember it. Nusharak. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Nuralek. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's concentrate. All I'll have to do now, hopefully, is press the approach button. I can see we've got the ILS there. It's to our left side. And we're above it. We are now 10.9. This is going to be a very short approach. You know. Well, we're at 3,500. We've got 600 feet to go. So I think we'll be okay. Will it make this turn, though? Will it make this turn? Now, we're above the glide slope. I'm not happy with that. Right, I am not happy with that. Let's hit the approach button and see what happens. We might have to go around. We shouldn't be approaching from above. We should be approaching from the bottom. So I hit the approach mode early there. That was a little bit close. Nusharak says Tues is a name that came up for a character in World of Warcraft. Oh, I remember that. I played a little bit of that back in the day, not for much because it was so. So we're on profile here. Everything's good. Okay, so we are 9 miles out. I'm gonna just get my view here. 9 miles out, 2,500 feet to go. Happy days, and we're gonna straighten up. We're gonna put flaps 1 in a little bit early. Flaps 1 is going in. Are we going too fast? 2,400 feet now. We just got it just in the nick of time. There's the runway there. Flaps 2 now. No, that's too much. Gear down. That'll slow us down. We want to have flaps full. Gear's coming down. Let's check the lights. They're both red now. It's on the way down. Can we see the gear coming down? Ooh, folks. There we go. Now we can set the next stage of flaps. There we go. Good. We've got plenty to go. Slowing down nicely to about 140 knots, I think. My recorder's on. I want to make this a good landing. Check this to weigh. No time for that now. Gears down. Flaps 3. Flaps 3 is coming down. Gears down. No lights. Feet on the rudder pedals. I don't want to use the rudders. And I got to remember that it doesn't really raise the nose much as I come down. Now we're going to go to full flaps. Full flaps. Good. Full flaps. We're coming down. And we're all good. And I did say I disconnect the autopilot early. And I'm going to disconnect the autopilot now because if I leave it too late and things go wrong, I screw up the approach. So autopilot off. I'm leaving the auto throttle on. Less is more. Following the flight director. I gotta remember now this is an Airbus, not Cessna 172 or like twin.
1,000.
1,000 feet to go, great. A little bit low. But don't overreact. Don't overreact. I'm gonna change my hand now to the throttles because I'm gonna have to put on reverse thrust. Don't use those rudder pedals. Rudder pedals are bad. Raise the nose a little bit, we're getting too low. Come on. There we go. I want 800 feet a minute. Now we're back on it. There we go. Now we're on it. On it again. It's a little windy, isn't it? Oh, we got a tailwind. We got a tailwind of 10 knots. That's what's making it difficult. Eyes outside now, visual. Visual. Put on the poppies.
100 above.
I don't know if you take the power back now or what. It's still 140 knots. I'm going to wait till we're just about to flare and take the power back. Continue. Off we go. We're going. We're going in. A little bit too high. Don't worry. We're going to make a firm landing. It's not a long runway. This is going well. Don't. Okay.
50. 40, 30, 20, retard.
Worse on a little bit too early there. Forward on the nose, on the controls. There's 80 knots. Reverse off, and that was the best landing I've done all week. I'm glad I kept going. I'm glad I kept going. Get that auto brake off. Go away. Go away, auto brake. Make me stop on the runway. No. That was the flaps up. That was the best landing I've had all week, and I'm glad I kept going, folks, because I'm improving. Retract those lights. Let's not blind everyone. Let's switch off the nose to taxi, strobe off because we blind everybody. Then run my turn lights on. I hope I remember that. I seem to have. There's someone celebrating. So I'm glad I kept going, folks. I was pleased with that. The whole thing went really well. It's been 2 weeks now, almost, of the streams on the Airbus. And I'm pleased with that, I have to say. I'd sleep well tonight. I'm going to stop here just to make sure everything's cleared up. I know you keep going, usually, but I'm one person. So I'm going to slow down here very gently. The park and brake on and do our 3 checks, and then we're going to park at the gate. We're not going to switch off the engines. We're going to have a look at the replay and look at the comments. So we are now at. That's it done. After landing, weather radar off. Let's switch off the weather radar. Weather radar off. Well, let's not fly people. Okay, predictive insurance will set this off as well. Flaps are up already. TCAS off. Yes, we need to switch off the TCAS. Off. Off, off. Oh, it's standby, really, isn't it? Standby. Good. Transponders assigned. Predictive windshield I just put off. Nose light to taxi. Nose light is to taxi. Yes, I did that. Landing lights are off. Yeah, I did that. And the retracted spoilers retract. Retoilers are retracted. Let's disarm them then. APU master on. Let's put on the APU. APU master. I'm going to watch it here because sometimes I hit this button and it doesn't come on. Look. See? Do you have to hold it down or wait? There we go. APU master on. Anti-ice required. We'll flick off the window heat there. Which I must have omitted because I was rushing taking off. There you go. Usually I put on the window. Well, you should put it on anyway. Where is it? Icing. Anti-ice. Sorry, there it is. Yeah, I should have had that on. Okay, no big deal. Parker brake. Okay, that's going to be shut down. Okay, let's taxi in then. Parker brake off. And we'll taxi in. Oh yeah, let's get some instructions for the laugh. Just the giggles, shall we? Let's see if I can follow the instructions for the taxi. Chief to Manchester ground. Oh, for taxi to gates, please. Oh, let's get my pen out here. Where's my pen? Oh my. Taxi to gate 206 using taxiway. Oh god. Now you know why I don't use. Bravo Delta Alpha Bravo Delta Quebec Echo. Flip it out. Okay. Park back off. Let's go. A little bit apart. Let's taxi back, and then we'll look at the replay. Come on. Let's go, Mr. Airplane. Come on. Let's try my little button here. What I want to do is I want to see if taxiways are reaching. There's one of our boys there. One of our peeps. Now, where are we? You see, there's no signs here now. So, you know, they're going the wrong way. So that's why I have the little baby wheels on. Baby wheels! Those are the baby wheels, folks. Yes, I have baby wheels on. And that's one of the reasons. And now in Vatsim, I don't think I'll be going to a big airport in Vatsim because I need to get used to that. So I don't know what taxiway I'm on. There's no signs whatsoever. I'd have to choose my airport wisely, and that it's well signed, or my scenery. It's well signed if I'm going to go in Vatsim. That's not going to happen for a while, because that's the real test, isn't it? Because Vatsim is real ATC guys, you know, practicing the trade that they want to be in. Here's Delta now. Alpha's next. So I'd say straight ahead. I'm going to go straight ahead. I'm just using these little baby wheels. Delta. So where's Alpha then? Where is Alpha? God, it looks like we're going very fast. Isn't it? Straight ahead. Well, that didn't help much. You know? 1-6 left, so he said gate 206. You know, I wouldn't be able to taxi with those instructions, I can tell you that much. Not with regards to... and I know it's not the best here in the sim, but it's no harm. What's that up there? That is Echo. I'm tagging up here. I don't see any tags to that ATR there. So that's interesting. Oh, thank God, we're going to take a right turn here. I love the way they model the ATR. Look at that. Well done, because I don't have an ATR yet. We're waiting for that. That is really cool. Look at that. I love it. I love it. That is very cool. I got a messed up there. There's our Canada. Happy days. Happy days. Now let's see if I can read the gate though. No. It's this one here. Should there not be a little thing there to tell? Oh, yeah, there's a line there. Look, there's no one there with the flags. I can tell you that's where we're to go because if I hit this button, see there? You can see the little baby wheels. So let's go in here. I'm not going to shut down the engines purely because the replay won't sound then, will it? So we're going to stop here, have a look at the comments very briefly. So I have to say there's a few things I did there that I wasn't doing yesterday. I can get myself out of trouble a little bit more now with regards to the planning, which is nice. A little bit more of thinking, you know, ahead of time. Let's keep going forward a little bit more. A little bit more forward. I wish that truck wasn't in the way. That'll do. Parking brake on. Let's have a look outside. There we go. I didn't hit it. And happy days, folks. Let's get the other gates are just not quite working very well. That's the silver scenery for you, folks. So there we are. Let's see if we can see our boys. There's Snipe Dog there. I think you were following a Snipe Dog. It's not showing up the other ones though. That I know that some of you are flying along with us. I love all the sounds. You know, I love all the sounds. Let's see if we can hear the ATR that we saw there before we look at the replay. I can hear all these different sounds. There's the sound for that jet there, look. Where's the ATR? There it is. Let's see if we can get to the ATR here. Oh, I can hear it already. Look how busy it is in here. I'm decluttering it for the moment. That sounds like an ATR. And if you look at flight radar, Echo India Fax. Let's see if we can see that in flight radar for shits and giggles, shall we? Where's my pen? I love that. The ATR is coming to the sim very soon, folks. IE Fax. Let's have a look at flight radar. Let's see if I can get it up here. Flight radar 24 will do. Flight radar 24. Let's just see how good it is. Flight radar. Light. Radar 24. Boom. Hopefully I won't have to pay for it. Echo India. What's this? FAX. ATR. Tell me where he is. Well, we couldn't find specified flight. Did I misspell that? Let's check. Was it Flax? FAX. Okay, we're going to find it. We're going to find it. Let's go back to the radar, please. Manchester. Oh, that was maybe Echo Golf Manchester again. Charlie. Getting tired now. Okay, let's have a look at the airport and see if we can see it. Show me on map. No. No. That is an ATR, but that it doesn't have the actual reg. That's an ATR. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's just not the right reg. I don't know. So it looks like it's lining up almost by now. Where's he gone? No, it's not. Now there is a delay. I do understand there is a delay, and that could have taken off. You know, that could have actually taken off by now, because there's definitely a delay. So let's see if we can look up further here. Is that one there? No. No. What's the answer? I don't know. There's one there. That's not it. But it's close enough. It's I suppose it's free and it's a work in progress. But at least we're getting traffic now with the actual correct liveries, which I absolutely love. I think that's really cool. And Microsoft should have done that, by the way. That's what they advertised when they sold us Flight Sim. But at least there's some activity now. It looks a bit more realistic, and all the sounds are fantastic. And it's a free add-on. If you're wondering what I'm talking about and you've just come on, if you go to the fly-by-wire installer, it's FSLTL. Just look up FSLTL. And you'll come across it, and it's injector, and it has all the traffic. You get all the sounds and all that kind of stuff. It's really quite good. So let's have a look at the replay, folks. But first, let's have a look at the chat, because I've ignored that because I was so busy. Let's have a quick look there at the Twitch stream. Skyhawk says you should enjoy tonight, in spite of all the issues. No crashes to desktop for me, but choppy from London to Manchester a few times. Okay, Lonely Reaper. I saw the Skyhawk. Okay, great. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's the one. And Digital Flight. I tried VATSIM once. Scared the shit out of me. Never tried it again. Best to take off. Landing in the disjointed stream. Congrats, script. Yeah, copy D. It was a disjointed stream. It was crashes and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to get one. I can't have half a stream. I can't have half a stream. It's just not good enough, you know. So at least I'll save this one. It was a good flight. It wasn't too bad. I'm not complaining. But I am furious that it crashed. It's not a good time for it to be crashing. Okay, here we go. Here's the replay. I'll go in a little bit further. It's not to bore you. Let's just save some time here. Resume replay. By this point, I was manual, I'm pretty sure. So I was manual coming in. There's always some guy in the runway every time I do the replay. Always some bloke sitting across the runway. I wonder, is that a bug or something? Because every time I come in, there's an airplane exactly at that spot. No matter what runway I'm in, you know. Always. Is it someone actually blocking me? You know, I don't know why there's someone on the runway every time. So here we go. Let's have a look at the landing. We're going to do two different looks. One from the side. I remember being a little bit high here, but it wasn't too bad. Let's see what it gives me for feet per minute. There we go. Nice. 800 feet per minute. I don't know if that's accurate. So that wasn't so bad, was it? Let's have a look from another angle. Wasn't the worst in the world, was it? Let's pause that. 800 feet a minute. Would that be 800 feet a minute? Now it's saying 329 feet a minute. So it's not quite accurate, but that looks like an okay landing to me. You know, I think that looked okay to me. I'm not complaining. And there you go, folks. So, look, it's late for me. It's late for you. I'll see you at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. That guy's still parked there. Please don't block the runways. Who is that? I can't see. God knows what that is. Could be a bug there or something like that. So, folks, thanks very much for following along, flying along. And, folks, I'll see you at 11 o'clock on the Friday stream. And, you know, until then, have a great night's sleep.